Hey guys, Matt Catling here. I hope you're really well. And we have our micro accelerator today, which is the self-image analysis system. And self-image is so powerful. It is a topic that was, I suppose, brought to fame with Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich. And then Bob Proctor talked about it in You Were Born Rich, Wallace D. Wattles in The Science of Getting Rich, Dr. Maxwell Maltz in Psychocybernetics. And it is really a powerful approach to personal transformation. And with all of this information and also a lot of research on their self-image, it's not mainstream. And also, the old ways of doing it, even The Secret popularized, I suppose, self-image as well. And look, that's kind of the old process of building self-image. There's new techniques that we teach in RCT, which are so powerful. So like instead of like kind of reading a self-image script for 10,000 times, but your kind of programming's against it, that kind of doesn't work. But if you can get in and start to really look at the patterns that are holding you back and start to shift those and really create space for new information, it can be really powerful. So if we look at, the self-image and or the image of ourselves, and we can look at like this enormous industries that are built around image, which is, obviously the clothing, makeovers, all of those types of things, diets, gym routines. There's always some type of fad, makeup, all of that type of stuff, which is all about obviously fixing the outer image. And so you put your makeup on, you go on that diet or whatever it is, and you might feel good, or you might fit into that suit and you feel good. But often it doesn't last, especially if you've got some limiting programming inside. It can be like an elastic band where you get to a certain point, but then suddenly you go back. And that's kind of what the self-image is that you can outperform your image of yourself, but then what will happen is that you will typically sabotage to get back in alignment with that self-image. It's like someone earns a whole heap of money. They've never earned that amount of money before, and then they kind of sabotage it. Or the person that has a certain amount of savings, but if they go above that amount that they believe they're worth, again, sabotage starts to happen. Or you attract a relationship. A mentor once said to me is that if, true love showed up, someone that you thought was just, so far above you, if true love showed up, could you stay or would you sabotage it? And the same is around health. You get to a certain level of health, but you're not internally aligned to that. And then suddenly you go back to that internal self-image. And so we've got billion-dollar markets spent on image, and yet the techniques to be able to shift the internal self-image, which will give you that lasting experience, are really so simple. You can do it anywhere. And you can do it in bed. And imagine you just put 20% of your time into focusing on creating a new self-image. And like we said, the changes are lasting. So in today's quick micro accelerator, we're going to do like a self-image analysis. And this is what I use in the Freedom Accelerator. And one of the modules of the Freedom Accelerator is a mindset and health accelerator. So really how to accelerate your ability when it comes to health. And how you do that, by the way, is that you create a new association inside. If you look at the people that follow through when it comes to the health area of their life, they love it. They love movement. They love eating nutritious foods that produce energy and life force inside. They've created an internal association to it. And that's what we teach in the Health Accelerator. It's not about a yo-yo diet. It's not about, bashing yourself at the gym for a certain amount of time. With this program, we're like, no, lifelong. How do you create a lifelong approach to accelerating your health that is just growing? Well, you create an internal or a new internal relationship to it. And as I said, you look at the people that follow through, they love it. They wake up in the morning and they look forward to it. That's what we call towards motivation. So let's go into the self-image analysis. You're going to love this. And as I said, this is part of our Health Accelerator program, which is part of Freedom Accelerator. So what I want you to do in your book right now is to look at, imagine this is your body. And we want to look at this and we want to list any challenges that you have, but not just the challenges, but also how you feel. So there is a decision, there is often an emotion associated to that. And so if I was to draw this, it would really look like something like this. I would go, okay, here. I have issues or self-image issues, say around my lips. And that used to happen when I was really, really young. I had gigantic lips, um, and um, and people used to like bash me because I had these gigantic lips, and I associated kind of so much pain to these lips. I was like, I am ugly, and that's what my decision was. I am ugly, and I feel rejected and scared, and it was all about these bloody lips. And I found that whenever I went, whenever I went out, a bully would pop up, and there would be the conversation would start about these lips, and then it would start from there. And in some cases, people loved punching these lips. And so I got to the point where I would go out and my hand would be over my mouth like this, and I couldn't even talk because I was just so anxious and so worried. And so what was happening is I was going back into the past, reliving past stories, and then that would have me go into the future and go, oh my God, this could happen. And that's what anxiety is. And so what you're going to do is you're going to kind of point an arrow to the part of the body, and then you're going to list it. This was, what I decided about this body part, and this is how I feel. Now, also, there could be, you might have certain health ailments. For instance, I've got a heart disorder called hypertrophic cardiac myopathy. We thought it was coronary artery disease that, impacted my dad, but it turns out a hypertrophic cardiac myopathy, a really mild version of it. But again, if it's kind of like a physical symptom, what you do is you put an arrow to it, and then what you're going to do is you're going to write, what is the problem? So you might write the problem, the decision, what's the decision in terms of your thinking, and the emotion. And then what you're going to do is you're going to do it from every single body part. So there might be body parts that you feel that you really don't like, that you hide or reject or whatever it is. You're going to go through and you're going to list every single one of those. As I said, there could be physical problems, actual health problems. You're going to, again, list every single one of these. So putting the arrow, the problem, the decision, and the emotion. Now, as you go through all of this, so we've got the front, we've got the back here, as you can see, and we're going to go micro on this, every little thing. Now, what that's going to do is it's going to give you a bit of a picture of your internal self-image when it comes to your body. And it's going to give you a list of all of the decisions. It's going to give you a list of all of the emotions. And so again, what we're doing is we're identifying the body part where there is some type of health challenge or body image issue. We're then writing the problem, the decision, what you decided, and the emotion. Now, all of this, if you put all of this together, that will form an internal self-image or a picture that you have around your health and body image. And so this is really, really powerful, because then we can then use this. We can then get in and use RCT to be able to shift it. And this is where some of you might want to join our Freedom Accelerator program and go through this intensive process, or you might want to grab one of our master experts or RCT master coaches, and we can do this. They're trained in self-image analysis to be able to help you. But this is so powerful. You won't find this anywhere in books like Think and Grow Rich or Secret or anything like this. This is what we've been able to do, is take all of these techniques to the next level. And that's what rapid change technology is. There's incredible technology out there, especially around mindset, but it is not mainstream, which is so, so upsetting to me. It's one of the reasons that I run Live It Now as well, free for the community, that we've got one coming up next week. Check out liveitnow.com.au. And I share this information to the community. I share RCT to the community, because I think we need to be armed with this stuff. If our grandparents and parents have had ineffective strategies with dealing with emotions, then guess what? Often we've got that programming. And this is why it can be almost like literally a lottery to be able to achieve, freedom and success in life, because we're at the effect of this programming. So what we want to be able to do is we want to be able to uncover these wounds, but then what we want to do is we want to turn the wounds into our superpowers. And so, as always, reach out if you need any help. We are here to support you. We've got so much free stuff, as well as, we've got intensive support programs if you need the support. And I think at this point in time, with so much uncertainty, recession, all of that type of stuff, The people that really succeed in crises are authentic leaders. Wounded leaders crumble in crises. So what I say is double down on personal development right now. Be part of really positive communities, work on your mindset, use RCT to work on your mindset, and really use crises to be able to take your life to the next level. And again, if you need help, please reach out. So I hope you enjoyed today's accelerator. Again, if there's any questions, just put them on the Breakout to Success Facebook page, Facebook group, I should say, and we are here to help. All righty, bye for now.